like 10 minutes and then take like 20 minutes to fast for yoga. I went to church, little clubhouse.
What do you think about Uncle like? Really, is the show just not watch Uncle Steve get angry? I didn't. I mean, I kind of knew that. Like that is the show of him just like inviting up stupid people and then him getting angry. But I mean, isn't that technically what the show is?
Yeah, I mean, that's what he's into. I mean, look, he's into that stuff. He's into, he's into kind of a shit show. Like, he tolerates, he tolerates more of a shit show than Gary does,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Gary runs the more orderly room. For Gary, it's almost like a news show.
If you talk to him, right? If you talk to Gary regularly on the phone, why don't you tell him to just turn it into a YouTube live stream as well?
Gary loves it the way it is. Gary, he likes it the way it is, and that's cool. I like the room, so it's fine. It's how Gary likes it.
Yeah, it's very good.
Gary doesn't go on Clubhouse at all, other than for his show.
How long is his monologue usually? 25 minutes? 20 minutes?
It's too long, yeah. It's usually like 10 minutes. But sometimes it's even shorter. I mean, it's hard because I'm usually the first person in the room, and I'm like the lead bud. I'm like the number two. I'm his two guy, basically. So, I usually, I'm always have to pay attention because I don't know when it's going to be my turn to talk.
Right.
And then, once I'm done talking, I tune out after time.
Well, I had a successful night last night with this,
Did you bear?
Yeah.
You tweet?
Yep.
Nice. What's she look like?
She's beautiful.
Yeah. Nice. Did you get into the comedy?
Telling her that the Ein Sof is essentially an orgasm.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. It went well. I mean, it was kind of interesting because she wanted to meet at 10 o'clock on Saturday for a drink. So that's pretty much setting it up.
Yeah, that's fuck me. That's a fuck me day.
Yeah. So she's like, did you think this was going to happen? I was like, I had a vision.
Nice, bro. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
That's what we like to hear, buddy.
It was interesting. She has a kid. She's recently divorced. And
so she's ready to fuck. She's trying to make up for lost time.
She claims that she was only with her husband her whole life and that I'm the second guy she's ever slept with.
Nice. That's the act you want to follow.
Do you believe that, though? I mean, I just don't believe that. It's like, okay.
I don't know if I believe that shit.
That's like saying, yeah, I didn't fuck in the pussy more than once, but in the butthole, yeah, that's why it's partially distended.
Well, I like that.
You like a little anal prolapse.
Sure, no problem.
A little puffing around of the anus. Anyways, yeah, I mean, it's so interesting, because I'm live streaming Patty's Politically Correct right now, and they're like,
That's a black room, right?
Yeah, they keep blasting Beyonce or Jay-Z to try to kill my YouTube live, and but I just set it and forget it right now, but I hope they don't kill it, but they're constantly back channeling each other, keeping tabs on all my shit, posting this. As soon as they post a link, they're like, report it. Then I'll end the live, start a new one, and they're just like, it says it's private now. What the fuck does that mean? And then somebody's like, that means he blocked you. So that's how it's going.
I'll tell you, your stock is going way down in Clubhouse.
Somebody told me my stock was going way up.
Mendelsohn.
Oh, you think his stock is going? I've deflated him.
Jane was telling me she's losing he's losing his shit.
So wait, what are his hours? And how many days a week does he do it? Is it just?
He does that 5 days a week. He does it on from I think he does it 11 to 1 Eastern time.
So I may have let it slip what my anonymous burner account is, and so I think I'm gonna have to create a new anonymous because I think this anonymous, because I let the name of the profile slip to those who are networked about me, and it's possible anonymous account because I unfortunately revealed the first name of the account to someone, and she's got big lips, so. I'm gonna create a new one to see if somehow, even internally, if Clubhouse like listened to Ben and said, okay, yeah, we'll get rid of this anonymous account for you or something. So I'm gonna find out this week if my anonymous has been compromised. That's the plan. Anyways, yeah, have a great day, and I hope your date goes well.
What are you up to?
I'm driving down to the boat to meet Hannah, a 26-year-old fitness model who wants to go stand-up paddleboarding.
Oh my God.
I know. I'm trying to sell this boat, and somebody took a look at it, and I hope they buy it, but I'm going to abandon ship. I mean, you should come to Chicago if you want for like a week. I'll put you up in an Airbnb, and you'll really like the beach scene here where my boat's at. It's got an incredible bar and restaurant, and it's just everybody's in bikinis. It's like,
oh my God.
It's like the Caribbean of Chicago.
I gotta get out there, buddy.
It's the south of France. It's the Madrid or Barcelona. I don't know. Nice. It's like the best part. This is my final rodeo. I gotta make a baby. You know, somehow. Problem is, I can't even make a baby because I can't even contain the jism, which wants to come out every night. And it's like, do you have to practice, sperm control? I mean, do you practice any kind of like abstinence with regards to masturbation?
No.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever given a sperm sample or a sperm donation to like a cryogenic fertility clinic?
No.
Interesting. Is your taint intact?
My taint is gorgeous.
You know, it's very difficult to trim the balls. You know, like I have a couple trimmers, and I nick my testicles every single time. I'm like, there's got to be a better way to get all this hair off. Like, I just don't understand it. I can't figure out a good way to do it. I don't know. It's just, it'd be nice if there was a solution for that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to do
that. So what else can we talk about in the Clown House verse? Did you hear any of the Jay Bresca drama with CO and Adams last night?
No. Was it good?
Oh man, Adams is like, you know, such a nasty motherfucker, and he's so funny, and he can really get people pissed off, and it's just intense, you know. Adams says a lot of shit, and it really upsets people, and so that's what it was all about. And Jay Bresca was going crazy about him not being a sex trafficker and not being in the sex offenders database. And he says he fucking will put up $5,000 cash if anybody can find me in a sex offender database. So that was a big clip. But people, you know, they're able to stir that fucking pot. Uncle Steve can do it. Gary Baumgarten does it. I hope you can do it. I mean, you need to start creating your own rooms and like record them as podcasts. You know, it's not all about just presenting somebody's book and discussing a product that they're trying to pitch, but having, you know, your Scott Clown House political debate rooms. Like, political debate is a good category to record in, and really every room is political, so just organize it. That's why I say you got the magic voice. Like, you could be the Johnny Carson of Clown House and put it on YouTube, for God's sakes, because YouTube is where all the money's at. So hopefully my advice will parlay into your success. That's my opinion.
Hey, dude, I know you're a good dude, man. I like you. I think we should do more rooms together because I think you're fun. I think you're the man. And I love how you infuriate people. And so many people like get frustrated when I'm like, I love that guy. Like, oh, he records rooms. I'm like, that's great. I love that he records rooms.
You know, people, and then like understanding what annoying and how like that's like a way to do communication, you know? It's like, it's basically Gilbert Gottfried. Like, he would not be famous and have all this airtime and voice unless he was highly annoying. So, you know, this app is like a perfect place to deploy that strategy against people. It's to really annoy them. Because most of them they got bad takes. I mean, you hear bad takes, bad opinions over and over. It's like, you can literally listen to what people say, and it's like the exact opposite of what they're saying is true, and you're just like, it's amazing, but it's not just me. It's like there's a lot of bad takes on that app, and it's interesting listening to how people frame, distribute their opinion, and it like fits their narrative. There's a lot of tribalism on the app, really.
Wow, it fosters tribalism.
Yeah.
It completely, it's such a siloing, you know, it fosters siloism too, because I think siloism is a word, because more than other social media, because it builds intimacy and connection, like it's more than just text. So I think that creates bonds, which also creates tribalism. You know, it creates an intense tribalism, I think. And I'm sure so not tribal. I'll be friends with anybody. That's why I hate the leftists. I hate people that, like, on the leftist terms, they're like, oh, you don't dare be friends with these people. I'm like, fuck you. I talk to you, I want to talk to you. I like who I like. You're not going to shame me about my friends. You're not going to tell me El Normo's a piece of shit. Something like that.
I had Norma laughing.
I Norm twice in person. I love Norm. I think Norm's amazing.
Yeah, he's another guy. I had him laughing today because I was like, what is his name? Aram, Your Honor.
Aram's a pretentious guy, dude.
So he said, you know, I wish everybody well except for El Normo. And El Normo wrote me back.
So self-righteous. And this is the problem with the left now. The new Puritans are on the left. Like, it used to be the Christians' right that was the Puritans and the assholes. Now it's the left. Now it's the left that are puritanical, to tell you what you can't do, that tell you that you're unholy because you associate with the wrong people, and purity culture. That's all on the left now. It's disgusting. And it's why I did this podcast with this guy, Bill DeRisser. It's a great guy, Psycho Jew. He's an amazing sort of West Coast. He grew up in New York, but he's a West Coast intellectual. And he wrote this. He wrote this piece about Kamala Harris. I'll send you the podcast, and it's on YouTube too. But he has this term, the not left, and it's completely me. And I'm somebody that like voted for Bernie Sanders every time he's been about, like, liberal my whole life. But now I feel completely alienated from the left because of cultural reasons. And he's great. Awesome conversation.
Don't you just view leftism as tribalism, but like a stupid version of propaganda? I mean, if you look at priorities and you see what all these leftists are talking about, I mean, this was like what I heard on the app the other day. I was like, it's kind of funny because people are realizing that all the communication they put out is completely impractical and not pragmatic or prioritized with regards to, like, how do you act? I mean, if you go to the economy, it's like most of these people, like, can't believe the shit I heard today about Section 8, about, God, that patty room. You hear black opinions about the economy and how they want to be more like Switzerland. And it's just amazing how lack of information that the people have with regards to the financial situation, the debt, and how money is created, and inflation, and I don't know, but the thing is, like, what if they're right? That's the funniest thing is, like, there's a book, it's called The Right to Be Greedy, the Practical Necessities to Demand Everything. And it says, in the end, we weren't greedy enough. So, I don't know, just Federal Reserve, like, will they go, that's why it's the separation of the Federal Reserve. Like, they may not go along with Congress at some point. And that's when there's like a sovereign debt crisis, and, the stock market crashes, and all these baby boomers' retirement, like, literally gets wiped out and never recovers. Like, what if that happens? It could happen. So, I don't know. They're just devoid from financial projection, and thus everything is just political and cultural and propaganda or hypnosis and low IQ stupidity.
What's interesting? I think the left, like, for instance, this guy Mamdani,
yeah, I
think he would have more of a future if he weren't anti-Semite and so, like, with the cool Palestinian stuff, because I think his politics, though, I think the left. He is left-wing populism, but the problem is that populism is not going to mix well with wokeism. It's like my Senator Fetterman. If Fetterman could get his health together, he'd be the future of the party because he's a populist and he's anti-woke, right? And so he's actually talking about working-class issues and bullshit connections. People in central Pennsylvania, people in western Pennsylvania love the guy. He's great, but the problem is the woke sort of purity in the Democratic Party right now is going to kill the party. It's just going to.
This is what Aram was saying. He's like, the party believes in hope. He's like, that hope, and he goes, and in sales, hope is not a strategy. He goes, I just think the Democrats are spending too much time believing that they're the only viable, option to vote for, and that hope will carry them. So, I mean, if Kamala, the Democrats are really like in a tight spot, and it's so fascinating how it can.
The problem with Kamala, and this is like. This guy, I'll send you. Here on this podcast I did with Daristowitz because he nailed it. About first off, the problem is the life force is with the right, and when he talks about the life force, he means like creativity, vitality. He's like, when I wrote this thesis, I just seen the Bob Dylan movie. We're in a shifting era where neoliberalism is dying. And Trumpian populism is an alternative. I don't know that it's the alternative with the neck. But Democrats, you don't win in a sort of new order era, peddling the old order. And so that's, Kamala Harris is running around my state with Liz Cheney, saying, hey, the good old days weren't so bad, were they? When people were looking for disruption of the system, and you're running around with fucking Liz Cheney? That's just so stupid. And that's why the Democrats, I can't even get me started on how fucked up. Norm and I both, we're lifelong Democrats.
Isn't it interesting, though, how, like, a communist, wealth redistributionist is able to win the propaganda war, and AOC and Bernie back them? So, like, if you do go polarized in the Democrat Party, essentially you're the strong communist, or the intelligent. See, Mamdani has like a presence, so.
He's very charismatic. Ezra Klein did a podcast about with Chris Hayes, who wrote a book about attention and stuff, and just the use of vertical video with Mamdani, it's just Instagram videos. He went viral with vertical video, in a way that no one has. Makes me think I need to be on Instagram more.
Well, there's views there. I've posted stuff where I look at the view count. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. Like, so many people looked at that. But the thing is, I got no real analytics about how much people watch any of the stuff that I post. And generally, if you look at the short data analytics, you're looking at like a 3-second time span of attention, and then it starts plummeting. And so it's like people really are able to calculate within 1 to 3 seconds whether or not they're going to continue watching this stupid shit. So if you're, really, you're like in the video production business, and so I don't know, the highly edited short stuff that has the text overlay, because a lot of people don't have the volume up, like that the more information you're putting onto the screen in front of their face, the more there's a stickiness effect to it. So like it is like hypnosis theory. Like, how can I get somebody to stick here for 15 seconds, 30 seconds? Like, what am I creating that is going to get people to say it, and how do you create it efficiently to maximize it? So there's you got to do experimentation, dude. And it's like, I don't know what you plan on doing to like make a living, but I don't know, the political stuff.
You're managing the recovery house, dude. That's what I'm doing right now.
I know, but like what you're doing now matters for the future in terms of like future opportunity, because if you start applying for jobs that are working in the digital marketing and advertising space, you've got a portfolio you could show. Hey, look, I'm a professional podcaster. I'm a professional content creator. I can do this for your customers, for your clients, because it's all about media spend and media buying. So, I've worked in that space for a lot of years, and that business doesn't go out of business. These corporations have $30 million advertising budgets year over year over year. and that business just does not stop. So you could position yourself into like a media strategist, media buyer, media seller. With
Maybe
what
I
you're
could.
doing. There's money there, dude, and you got the personality for it. I mean, you have a marketing personality, so try it.
You're really encouraging, Fab. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 42. How old are you?
Right now, I'm getting up there, buddy. I'm older than you.
I know, but what I'm saying is, like, we've seen everything. There's nothing new under the sun. So,
Nothing new under the sun. This is what Kohelet says in Ecclesiastes, right?
yeah, creation is the mirror. You know, you're doing it. Like, it's interesting because a lot of these people on Clown House in these unrecorded rooms think they're creating something, but they're not, and they're stupid. And they say, "Motherfucker, the money chased me. I ain't gotta chase the money." It's like, okay, baby, you know, wrong.
Money chasing, yeah, right.
Wrong. You know, you got to be the creator. You have to be like the creator. Create, you know, record more. The fact, if you're even on Clown House, everything you do should be recorded, man. It's a look. You have to start doing it, dude. Bootleg it with me. There's no point to be doing this. There's no point to be on that stupid app talking or even modding unless you're creating value, and that's content. So it's like, dude, how do you not even live stream your green bean, you know, on the Gary Baumgarten show? Like, dude, stream this shit. All right, I gotta go. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, buddy.
Okay, bye. Yo. Hello?
Deacon.
Yo. What up? Can you hear me?
Happy birthday, buddy.
It's not my birthday. What are you saying? Like, because of the Rebbe? It's yard site?
Yesterday. All of your profiles said it was your birthday.
Oh, interesting.
Deacon.
What are you doing?
Hey, go to Costco, man. That's what the married life is like. Costco, dude.
Yeah. It's like you gotta have four.
I want to commit suicide.
Do you have 2 refrigerators?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might need a third, buddy.
I don't know, dude. Are you fat? Is your wife fat?
Nope.
So how do you guys like moderate how much you eat?
We just eat small meals a day.
Yeah.
I eat 2 meals. I don't eat breakfast. She eats breakfast. I don't eat breakfast.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like out of food, you know, out of sight, out of mind, fridge out of food, you know, stomach out of, I mean, I eat big meals.
Pockets empty too, huh?
Yeah, pockets are empty, but I'm running for Congress and I've got my campaign strategy is kind of working, and I got all these people on Clubhouse extremely upset because they have this anonymous feature and it allows me to live stream their rooms. Yeah, so I think over the next couple months I'm going to get my donation website set up. I'm pretty sure that it's possible that I could use this to like get some notoriety and get donations to, you know, buy, you know, I'll have to use the money to buy media.
Did they take all the rent from your building now?
I have it on Airbnb and it's going well. It's like you know, I'm just getting by. So it's Hashem is providing, and they did garnish my tenants, but my tenants agreed to move out. But that was only because I got them to prepay and I gave them a big discount. And I was like, listen, if you guys, you know, you can have your money back, but you got to leave. So they left, and then I turned it into Airbnb, and I'm getting even more and renting less because I was renting the whole 3-bedroom, 1-bath, and now I'm just renting the 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and I'm getting way more per square footage.
What did you do with the other one?
That one, the coach house, I don't have rented, and that's the one that worries me because if I get somebody that moves in there and they garnish them and they say, hey, you don't have to pay him anymore, now you're going to pay us, they might not leave. And that's where I'm like, I couldn't live with somebody living with me that's not paying me the rent. So it would be like, that would drive me crazy. And I don't know, you know, they'd have to deal with it too because I can control the water to that property. If they don't pay me the rent, I can just turn their fucking water off. There's something they can do.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm kind of in a good position, but I just never know when, if, and how they're able to continue to cause me problems because they will eventually force me into Chapter 13 or Chapter 7 bankruptcy if, you know, if I literally just bleed me dry. Like, I'll have no choice but to file bankruptcy and I'll lose the property. So.
You just want to get whatever you can out of it until you lose it?
Yeah, why not? Because it's the best apartment I could live in. You know, they're paying my rent. So
all of this is from an old situation?
Yeah, it's from a house that they foreclosed on, and the difference between what they sold it at auction and what I owed on the mortgage, which was only like, anyways, they got me by the balls, dude. It's these fucking lawyers and judges. They're hardcore. It doesn't even show up on my credit report.
Once they foreclose, they can't take anything more than what they take.
Not in California. Illinois is different. If this was a different state, I wouldn't have this problem.
Fucking nuts, man. I'd be so afraid to own anything.
Dude, it makes you realize that, like, everything is subjective, you know? I mean, it's like, it's political. I mean, it's crazy. Like, the fact that they have power to say, you know, this doesn't show up on your credit report, and this was a lot of years ago, but they're like, hey, guess what? You know, I mean...
Any lawyer that said they couldn't help you? You asked?
Yeah, file bankruptcy. That's it. That's it. That's all you can do. I even read that there's like really no solution to this. And if I paid some attorney to do all this work, it would have been this. It's the same shit, dude. You know, but they garnished me at work. That was the worst thing. Is that, like, you know, the $300,000 they claim. Well, I'm suing them. I filed a complaint, and so, you know, but I don't have.
There have to be other people that had this shit happen to them too.
Yeah, I looked at the Better Business Bureau. There are so many complaints against this law firm that does this type of debt collection. It's unbelievable, and it's a fucking racket, dude. I mean, I saw the videos. I'm watching the judge tell these people that, you know, their jobs are being garnished or they've been levied, and they're just like, sir, please, it's Christmas. I don't have any money to pay my bills. He's like, that's not my problem, Mr. Vasquez. Have a good day. Click. You know, like, end of trial number 25680. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, Bank of America against Victor Hernandez Martinez. Mr. Hernandez, how do you plead? It's like, what is all this about? They're like, guilty, take the money. It's, man, I mean, you should start a debt collection business, dude.
I wanted to.
The thing is, if you're a lawyer...
My cousin actually owns one.
Yeah.
My cousin owns a debt collection business.
My dad's like freaking out. He's like, man, I hope you're not breaking the law. I'm like, Dad, it's a debt collector. I'm like, they can take whatever they can take. What they can't take, they can't take. And he's like, I just hope you're not breaking the law. I'm like, Dad, I'm not breaking the law.
Your mom, man, she's selling a strip club.
Yeah, that shit's a trip.
So funny with that. And she cheated on her taxes. She admitted to it, which I thought was hilarious.
Dude, you know how bad compliance is with IRS? I mean, do you know how many people don't even file every fucking year? Huh? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying that compliance is really bad. A lot of people don't even file. Look at all these illegal aliens that are in the country. They don't file taxes. And they're getting rid of 3,000 of them a day, supposedly. It's like, let's up that to 10,000.
They're taking people from, like, their places of work and staying. To see what they're doing. Like, when you see it in real time, it's insane.
What about you? Have you been impacted?
Not yet, but the biggest impact I'm having is the fear. Everybody's scared half to death. So people don't want to go to work. I have one guy, he has like a shitty truck, and he's just like, no. He has to get like someone that has a better, I mean, it's just a mess. It's a mess. I'm so scared. So scared.
Yeah, well, they're not supposed to be here. It's like, what are you gonna live fear? You gonna live with fear in your life?
I mean, who remodeled all those places you have? You know what I mean? Who did all this?
I get it, but the problem, it's not their fault. It's the government's fault. Like, they shouldn't have been here to even do to begin with. So it's like, you can't cry about spilled milk or complain when
you took advantage of it. That's the issue.
Yeah, a lot of Americans took advantage, but it was like, what? Was it really that much of an advantage?
You did too. You paid the actual minimum wage with all the things supposed to do when you hire someone to come clean your house.
I don't know. So how do you give these people the ability to work and like also give them some type of pathway, or not give them a pathway? That's the thing. It's like, is that modern slavery or something? I mean, I don't know.
That's what everybody's fighting over.
Yeah, there's like no
That
real...
is what everybody's fighting over.
Is there truly an easy answer to any of this?
No. There is not. There is not an easy answer to this.
Yeah, so then it just becomes political, and you realize that there's, like, let's say 10 major political topics of debate, and if you're an idiot, you'll continue spending your whole life having these same stupid conversations and realizing that it's always just political communication. So,
Yeah.
it's fucking vaccines, abortions, racial identity politics. Yeah, everything. The debt, even money in the dollar is political.
Abortion.
That's the one thing
You're a
that...
sick fuck.
That's what people don't understand the most, is when we start talking about like a sovereign debt crisis, national debt, that's political, because the truth is it's a civilizational empire and it's not going to collapse. So it's like, can't throw the baby out with the bathwater on this one. Everything is connected, so it's political again, and thus you're like, okay, that's one political conversation to have.
Yeah, huh?
So you're studying any Torah?
No, I should though.
You should.
Rabbi came to my house on Shabbat.
You should. You should read Tanya by the Alter Rebbe, Rabbi Shneur Zalman of Liadi.
How often do you pray? Do you put the tefillin on every morning?
No, not every. No, I don't. I mean, when I put on tefillin, I'm telling you, just reading a book, that's like the real tefillin. You know, I create these audiobooks and these snippets, and so a reading is the real crown. That's the real top. That's the real Torah. That's the real wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. It's in your brain, dude. It's a temple. Your brain is the temple. It's like, if you want to fill the temple with wisdom and light, you have to read a book. There's like no other way to do it. You can pray, and that's fine, and that's like, but that's, you know, vibration. That's a meditation. But it's the same thing reading a book. What do you think reading a book is? It's a meditation and it's a prayer. So if you read more, like, you'll be happier, you'll manifest more, your relationship will be better because your psychology will be better. It deals with emotions and psychology.
Really?
Intelligence, yeah. Your neshama. Your neshama.
What is neshama?
It's like your soul or your breath life. Or your body intelligence. But get this book, Tanya, by the Alter Rebbe. I'll text you a link. It's like $15, and it's a very smart book, dude. The Jews are super smart with psychology, and this book is definitely like a spiritual, psychological book. You should read it. It could change your, it could, you know, be happier for sure. I've read it many times, and every time I read it, I'm just like, damn. I'm like, I wish I had this book a long time ago, because I wouldn't have made so many mistakes in my life.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fucked all my shit up, dude. I should have stayed in the army, man. I'd be a multi-millionaire by now. Multi-millionaire.
Why? But they gave you dishonorable discharge, then you left.
No, I got a medical discharge. I got medical.
How did that happen?
I went to the psychiatrist. I said, these dumb bitches, I'm gonna cut their heads off.
They just let you go?
They said, you gonna what? I said, they got insects swimming in their face. He's like, all right, well, you're bipolar. We're going to send you home and give you a check every month. How does that sound? I was like, let's get this show on the road. Give me the paperwork.
They give you every month?
$3,800, almost $4,000 a month.
Are you kidding me? Can you go after that?
No, they can't take the disability payments, so that's the one thing I got going for me.
Just go rent a little apartment, no?
Just go live in a little studio by myself, with a fan.
No?
Yeah, you you could live a very simple life, but what do you think I'm doing now? It's the same thing.
Four grand in Chicago ain't bad.
Yeah, you can rent a one-bedroom for $800 a month.
Still get it. Yeah.
He had that kid with that Ukrainian girl.
I saw his parents walking in Beverly Hills the other day. I moved to Beverly Hills. I didn't say anything to them. I just kept going.
Yeah, they're very funny, nice people. The mom is
very nice people. I miss them. I miss them much more than I miss her.
I know, isn't that funny? It's like I miss his family. I miss his parents.
Yeah, I know. I used to go there like 3-4 times a week and hang out with them.
Oh, hi, Paul. Hi, Paul. No, I was just lashing hard.
What happened with the girl?
I have no idea. I mean, my friend Jared says they moved to like Newport Beach or Huntington Beach or somewhere in Orange County.
What about anything happened with him?
No, I assume he's living his best life. I was wondering if he had a girl or a little...
I don't know if he had a boy. I told you he moved to Orange County, no?
Huh?
I told you he moved to Orange County, no?
No, my friend Jared did.
Oh, really? Yeah, he put him out there. Fucking tropes on a fucking, fucking accent.
What did,
I hate that guy.
I don't hate him. I mean, I threw a brick through his door. That was me getting my payback. It was like,
He told everybody about it, too.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the thing is, I was thinking, like, he goes to me, he didn't want to talk to me anymore. And I was just like, it's like a juvenile. Oh my God, this guy's just stopping here.
That's pretty cool, man.
I'm in traffic.
Well, if he was still living there, I'd pay you to do this.
Oh, shit.
I'll give you that one.
Dude, you gotta go, man.
Let me tell you something. And I'm not exaggerating. There's several hundred people that are happy that you did that. Like hundreds. There's hundreds of people cheering you on. The only people not cheering you on is his mother, his father, his brother, and his sister. Everybody else is like, hell yeah. Everybody else is like, very happy. Very happy. Ecstatic.
That's funny. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing when you got to tell parents, yeah, you remember that guy John? Well, he threw.
Do you know how many people that want to throw a brick through his face? I'm not kidding. He went out to drink with some friends, and they were trading insults back and forth, and all of a sudden, Lily started chasing one of them, literally drunk, trying to kill him.
Yeah. Him and I were in Hollywood, and we're leaving this nightclub, and these guys who are walking into the nightclub. They're like, "Are you with this guy?" I'm with them, and I apologize. He's drunk. Just, forgive him, let him cool, relax, and I mean, they were ready to fight to death with him because he was that obnoxious and confrontational.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. I mean, that was my brick throwing experience.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was literally just driving by, and the funny thing is because I sat there and cleaned that fucking building for a whole year, and I told him one day, I'm like, dude, you got all these loose bricks out in the front. It's like, man, what if somebody picks one up and throws it through your front door one day? Huh?
Say that again.
I cleaned the building, voluntarily. In Lincoln Park in Chicago, I voluntarily cleaned the building all the time, and so I'm cleaning the front, and I'm like, dude, you got these loose bricks in the front. I was like, one day, what if somebody tries to throw a brick through the window or the door and robs the place? He's like, I don't give a fuck. So I was projecting the brick throwing experience.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like I said, there are a lot of people that are very happy you did very happy.
I'm a hero to some.
Ecstatic.
Really? So my name has gotten around Beverly Hills That I'm the guy who threw a brick through Louis' door.
I don't know about that, but I know that people are very happy. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that if you told them I threw a brick through Louis' window, they'd be like, "Can I shake your hand?" I'm being dead serious.
Is it all just because he's a prick, like with people, you know, in social settings?
Yes.
Yeah.
He has no social grace at all. It's like that.
I know.
And then everything is good, everything is great, and he does something to make everybody mad for no reason.
Yeah.
He's extremely entitled.
Yeah.
He's extremely spoiled. You know, the only people that ever got along with him were like these Europeans that like need him for something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
I was friends with him, and like in 1 minute, you know, he just stopped talking to me for no reason. I was whatever.
Yeah.
And then years later, he told a mutual friend, "Hey, come out to give me a call." I said, "Go back and tell him I said talking to you." Just like that. I said, "Go back and tell him I said talking to you."
I think it was him that I got the saying, you know, we'll call you, don't call us. Or I don't know if it was him or you.
Yeah. You invented that. You invented that due to the first incident. That was pretty awesome. That was pretty damn awesome.
All right, my man, I have arrived at my destination. Have a Shavuot Tov. It's the third time.
Okay,
Okay, take care, bud.
Take care.